And the next speaker is going to be Toastmaster Krishna. When he started coming to Toastmasters, he said that he had stage fear. He is slowly working on that to avoid that, to ignore that one. And this is his fourth speech. I would like to call his evaluated DDM Vijayalakshmi to explain his project.
Thank you, Jayamori. Good afternoon to members of MEDI. Toastmaster Krishna is attempting his project number 4 from the Innovative Planning Pathways project. And his project objectives are to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic of his choice. Timer to know, time will be 5 to 7 minutes. Good luck to you, Krishna.
Toastmaster Krishna, an era of darkness. An era of darkness, Toastmaster Krishna.
Sarvanashe samutpanne ardham tyajati pandita. Meaning, when everything is being destructed, a wise man will leave half to save the other half. Good afternoon, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. The balance of payment crisis for India in 1991 is one of the very interesting story in the era of independence of India. So those were the days wherein we just had $1.1 billion of foreign reserves to buy oil or whatever it is required from the outside. And India was at a brink of we just had a money worth of 2 weeks to spend on. So that was the crisis. And at this stage, we were suffering the Iran and Kuwait war from a macroeconomic situation, because of which the oil prices were extrapolated to 40%, and the cash reserves were decreasing day by day. We are at a brink of bankruptcy. At this stage, many people have suggested that as you have taken money from the other countries, why you have to worry? You can just go into the bankruptcy. But when you are tested with the tough times, that is when the real values and culture comes out. So we as Indians stood out. No, we are not going to take this road. We are going to fight this and stay back and rise from this situation. At this stage, our culture has been touched. We as an Indians have agreed to pledge 40 tons of gold to Bank of England and Bank of Japan. So that is where the culture, we feel gold as so sobering to ourselves and so near to ourselves. So our culture has been tested to the times. So that is the time when India was looking for some miracle to happen. And this miracle has come up in the form of P.V. Narasimha Rao. I'm going to just give you a preamble of P.V. Narasimha Rao and just speak about 33 days of his office, first 33 days of himself being in the office. In my view, this is the textbook politics what India has observed during this period. So, to set the preamble, May 1991, Rajiv Gandhi has denied a seat for P.V. Narasimha Rao from a Lok Sabha. Out of disgruntledness, he has packed all his bags and sent the luggage back to Hyderabad. And he has agreed to join a monastery in Tamil Nadu, Sri Siddheshwari Peetham, as a head monk there. Towards the end of May, Rajiv Gandhi's assassination has happened. He just understood the crisis of the situation and just tossed the coins in the right way so that he can become the next Prime Minister of India. So this reminds me of Niccolo Machiavelli's phrases. A prince must imitate the lion and the fox. For the lion himself cannot protect from the traps, and for the fox cannot defend himself from the wolves. One must therefore be a fox to understand the traps, and one must therefore be a lion to frighten the wolves. That is what this guy is exactly did. On 20th June 1991, he takes oath as a Prime Minister of India, 10th Prime Minister of India. The first question he asked to his cabinet secretary is, I want the man where bankers trust him and the world has a great faith in. The first suggestion was given as I.G. Patil, and then it slides down to Manmohan Singh. And Manmohan Singh comes onto the picture, 21st June 1991, 8:15 p.m. Manmohan Singh receives a call to be a Finance Minister of India. By afternoon, just before he taking the oath, Manmohan Singh says to him, if we succeed, everyone is going to share the success of this. If we fail, we both are going to take the blame for whatever is going to happen. Are you ready for it? Manmohan Singh says, yes, I am in. So that is a defining moment for us as an Indians. These two guys come over. The first policy suggested by Manmohan Singh is to devalue the currency by 20%. The rupee devaluation by 20%. P.V. Narasimha Rao was a little weak in understanding the economics. It took 1 or 2 days to understand this complete gamut, and he says, go ahead, signal. 29th June 1991, they agrees to go ahead with this particular thing. And 1st July, they have come up with an idea to do it in a 2-step devaluation process. There's two steps, meaning, first we will say to the world that we are going to devaluate. We will wait for it. And the third day, we will go ahead and announce the thing. The day when we said that we are going to devaluate, P.V. Narasimha Rao couldn't take the pressure from the markets. So his nerve got broken. So he was unable to sustain the stress for the next 2 days. On the third, by the time he calls the finance minister to hold back the idea, finance minister has already announced it. It's been done. You cannot take it back. We stood by it. We were fighting for that. Then, a new economic policy of India was introduced into the cabinet. At this time, everyone was reluctant because we were so fond of license Raj. We always like people coming to us and asking for licenses to produce the goods. So considering that piece, they had got a very huge reluctance from the cabinet. So they took back to the stage, and P.V. Narasimha Rao in the cabinet says to his cabinet, look, we have to do something remarkable here. We are not going to change a word in the policy. All we have to do is to play with the mindfulness of the people, just to play with the tricks. They go back, understand what Nehru said, what Rajiv Gandhi said, what Indira Gandhi said, and just attaches a preamble to this particular policy. States, Rajiv Gandhi was there, he could have done this. Indira Gandhi was there, she could have done this. Nehru was there, he could have done this. Why can't we do this? This is the preamble. That's it. It just cuts through the butter and the bill is passed. That is the second defining moment for us. New economic policy is introduced. On 24th June, on 15th June, there was a no confidence motion in the parliament. During this time, everyone was saying, opposing Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao, why we are doing with this, that, this and all. Then he says, Sarvanashe samutpanne ardham tejati panditaha. When we are mounting with the crisis, we have to leave the half to protect the other half. We have no choice. So that is how he convinces the parliament and goes on to speak for next 45 minutes, and he says if we have to write the Mahaprasthanam, we have to start here and sacrifice any other things which comes in our way. So that is when on 24th, 1991, a new bill is introduced, a budget is spoken in the parliament, and Manmohan Singh concludes his speech stating like, no force on earth can stop an idea whose time has come. That is where we started seeing brightness of India in the second generation. Thank you very much.